Hi, this is Miss Marion. We're going to go over Unit 3, Quiz number 1, for those who still need to understand it a little bit better. So here is number 1. So number 1 says, draw a line of a turtle that is going half as fast as the line G. So let's first of all go ahead and look at line G. So it takes, for 1 centimeter, it takes line G half a second. So for that, let's go ahead and look at it. So if it takes, for 1 centimeter, it takes them half a second, and I'm twice as long, or the other turtle is twice as long, it will, for 1 centimeter, it will take that turtle 1 second. And then let's look at it again. For 2 centimeters, it took them 1 second. And if the other turtle is half as fast as 1 second, then for 2 centimeters, it's going to take that turtle 2 seconds to go ahead and go there. So if we look at what we are supposed to put in, so this line will start at 0, 0. So we have it as 0, 0, so 0, 0. And then for 1 second, for the 1 centimeter, it took them 1 second. Instead of a half a second, it took the extra turtle 1 second. And then at 2 centimeters, at first it took them 1 second. So then it's going to be 2 seconds. So that's where we got the 0, 0, 1, 1, and 2, 2. Here is question number 2. It does say up at the top, it says one of these relationships is different than the other 3. And then it says select all of the graphs that are representations of y equals 5x. So if we have this equation, our slope is going to be 5 over 1. So remember how we have it as y equals kx, and then k is also known as our slope. So we are looking for graphs that have 5 over 1. So if we go ahead and look at the different graphs, let's make slope triangles with them. So my vertical is 4, my horizontal is 0.8. So we're going to do 4 divided by 0.8. Grab your calculator and let's do that. So 4 divided by 0.8 is 5, or 5 over 1. So this is an answer with a slope of 5, or 5 over 1. Let's look at B. Same thing with B. Let's go ahead and make a slope triangle. My vertical is 55. My horizontal is 10. So we're going to have 55 divided by 10. Put that into a calculator. Press enter. We're going to have 5.5. Is 5.5 the same as 5, or 5 over 1? It is not, so that is not an answer. Let's look at C. So C, again, slope triangle. My horizontal is 2. My vertical is 20. Horizontal is 4. So 20 divided by 4. Put that in calculator. Press enter. We get 5, or 5 over 1. Is that the same as the 5 over 1 that we're looking over here? Yes, so C is an answer. And then let's look at D. So D, again, let's do a slope triangle. My vertical is 50. My horizontal is 10. So 50 divided by 10, put it in your calculator, press enter. You're going to get 5, or 5 over 1. Is that the same as the 5 over 1 that we're looking for at the beginning? Yes, that is an answer. So the answer for number 2 is A, C, and D. Here is number 3. And so we need to go ahead and figure out which of the lines actually represents the table. So first of all, I'm going to label my table. So I need to figure out my x values. My x values, if you look at the graph, is my salt. And then my y values is the honey. And then I'm going to pick this point. So this point is 10, 14. Which of the lines has 10, 14 on it? So we're going to go over 4, probably up 10. That's that point there. So that's this point here. Which line is that? That is line A. So the answer for number 3, line A. So 3 and 4 go together. And so again, last time we have it as X is my salt, Y is my honey. And so we're going to go ahead and figure out how much it will take to go ahead and do 70 grams of salt. That's also in my X area. And then we are looking for my Y area, which is the honey. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make an equation. So this is a proportional relationship. So before, we've always done 0, 0 as the first point. We're going to do 10, 14 as a second point. Let's find our vertical. So our vertical is up and down. That is our 14. Our horizontal, so because that's 14 minus 0, which is 14, horizontal is 10 minus 0, which is 10. So our slope is 14 over 10. Let's reduce it down. I can take a 2 out of all of those, and it's 7 over 5. So the equation for this graph is y equals 7 over 5x. And remember that our x is the salt, our y is the honey. So it says our salt needs to be 70. So we're going to put 70 in for our salt. That is our x. We're going to say 7 over 5 times 70. Let's go ahead. Let's put it into our calculator. Press enter, see what we get. And our y, which is our honey, is 98. So notice how 98 is our answer. Here is number 5. Number 5, we have mixture A, and then we also have mixture B. I'm going to look at mixture B for a second. They give us the equation of y equals 2.5x, where x is our salt, and then our y is our water. So I'm going to take that piece of information, and then we'll label my table. So x, as you remember, so x is our salt, and then y is our water. So I have an equation for B. That's great. I need to go ahead and I need to find an equation for A. So I'm going to go ahead and again find that because we're doing equations of y equals kx, and k was the slope. So I'm going to go ahead and find the slope. I'm going to use this point here. And again, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this into a different color. So I'm using this point. So I have 4, 5 as one of my points. And I actually want that in a different area. So remember, this is a proportional relationship, 0, 0, 4, 5. Let's make a right triangle. Okay. So how do I find my vertical? I'm going to take my vertical stuff and subtract it. 5 minus 0 is 5. Let's go ahead and let's find our horizontal. How do I do that? I subtract my horizontal stuff. We're going to say 4 minus 0, which is 4. So the slope for the table is 5 over 4. The equation for the table is going to be y equals 5 over 4x. So here we have two equations. We have the equation of y equals 2.5x and then y equals 5 over 4x. Then they want us to answer the questions. If you have 10 cups of water, which mixture should be used for salt? We have water. Let's think. Okay, what value was the water? Is it the x or is it the y? So up here on our graph, we have it as water is our y. So we are going to take that 10. So 10 is our y. And we're going to take that and we're going to put it into both equations and solve for x. Let's start with the blue equation. So we're going to have 10 equals 5 over 4x. Remember, 5 over 4 and x are multiplying each other. To solve this, I'm going to go ahead and divide by 5 over 4 on both sides. So let's take our calculators, do 10 divided by 5 over 4. What do we get? That is 8. So we have 8 cups of water for mixture B. Let's find mixture A. So we're going to take 10 and we're going to put that into the equation up here of y equals 2.5x. So we have 10 equals 2.5x. 2.5 and x are multiplying. So to solve it, we are going to divide by 2.5 on both sides. Grab your calculator, put it in there, divide it all out. Let's find out what we have. So divide it out, we have x equals 4 cups. So we have 8 cups, and then we have 4 cups. Which mixture would use more salt? Well, that would be mixture A because it has 8 cups. All right, so number 5 and number 6 go together. On number 5, we found out that mixture B uses 4 cups of salt. Mixture A, we found out, uses 8 cups of salt. So the question is that we're asking, how much more salt is used in the mixture that you identified in the previous question? So mixture A had 8 cups. Mixture B has 4 cups. How much more does mixture A have? Well, that's 4, because if we would do 8 minus 4, we get 4. So hopefully this helps with your quiz, and you'll be able to go ahead and retake it. Have a good day. Bye.